I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings. And the place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What?
A Staten Island bakery is hitting back at Whoopi Goldberg after she alleged on The View that they refused to make her dessert for her 69th birthday over her left-wing politics.
In today's video, we dive into the trending controversy known as Cupcake Gate. The View host Whoopi Goldberg recently claimed that a small bakery in Rhode Island denied her service over her political views. What began as a simple cupcake order has now erupted into a cultural and legal storm, with the bakery owners pushing back against what they say are false and damaging accusations. So is this a case of cancel culture going overboard, or just a misunderstanding that got way out of hand? Let's break it down.
Charlotte Russe, and it's a sponge cake with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Now, I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings. And the place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh.
No. Let me explain. They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
In a move both bold and surprising, Whoopi Goldberg used her platform on The View to call out a small Rhode Island bakery for what she claimed was political bias. Goldberg, known for her outspoken support of progressive views, said the bakery declined her order not due to scheduling or equipment issues, but because of her stance. While the bakery explained that oven malfunctions caused the delay, Goldberg hinted at a deeper reason, noting that others received similar items without issue. This subtle accusation sparked online debate and highlighted a rising trend. Celebrities using their platforms to present personal setbacks as politically driven, regardless of how much evidence is actually available.
Recently, somebody took to the national airwaves and defamed, frankly, this family, this wonderful family representing a wonderful business. And we're here today to support them, to say that Staten Island stands with them. And I venture to guess if people across this country knew what the Halterman family was all about, they would be here too. And judging by the line today, I think one simple message is you don't mess with Staten Island.
I have to tell you, I'm so overwhelmed by the support between finding out yesterday this even happened, getting phone calls, and then people coming in, people from all over just supporting us in every way. We had phone calls yesterday from Alabama. Guy says, I'm going to give you $50, send it to a school, send them donuts, send them cupcakes. The support has been so overwhelming, and I know how hard my family has worked to keep this business alive. And I wish my father was here today to see this. He would never believe it. My bakers come in 2 or 3 in the morning just to have donuts and rolls for everybody to come in and say, we have the best rolls ever. And you know what? It took my whole family. It takes everybody, the community that comes every day to see us. We have this everyday conversation with everybody. How's the family? How's this? This is what makes Halterman's. It's the community. It's my fellow everything that come out and us giving back to the community that makes this go round. And if it wasn't for you and Staten Island to make this work, we still wouldn't be here today.
In response to Whoopi Goldberg's claims, the Staten Island bakery involved in Cupcake Gate swiftly defended its reputation. The owners, who have run their beloved shop for 145 years, explained that oven issues were behind the initial delay in fulfilling Goldberg's order. Despite this reasonable explanation, Goldberg's public remarks suggested motives beyond logistics, claims the bakery firmly denied. In a show of professionalism, the bakery completed the order, but not before facing public backlash and reputational strain sparked by the high-profile attention. The owners called the allegations unfair and damaging. Yet, the community's response was powerful. Locals and supporters nationwide rallied around the bakery, sending in business, donations, and messages of encouragement. The controversy even led the Staten Island borough president to step in, defending the bakery's legacy and criticizing the celebrity-driven fallout. He praised the business's hard work and role in the neighborhood, calling the situation unjust. The support showed this wasn't just a bakery, it was a symbol of resilience that stood firm amid intense scrutiny.
Holterman's Bakery, that's been on Staten Island for 145 years. The owner denies it had anything to do with politics, saying she wasn't sure if she could fulfill an order that large due to her old building's boiler problems. An order that large, that is a sick burn. But in the end, the bakery was able to fulfill the order, and Whoopi and the girls got their cake. But only because Whoopi threatened to sit on them. But getting their baked goods means the world is safe for another few hours until it's lunchtime. But then the ladies just order in from SeaWorld.
Reg Gutfeld didn't hold back while discussing Whoopi Goldberg's recent bakery controversy, calling it another example of her using public attention to shape a personal narrative. Gutfeld pointed to what he described as a recurring pattern where Goldberg amplifies situations through her celebrity platform. He suggested this instance fits into a larger debate about public figures influencing public opinion without clear evidence. Drawing a comparison to a previously discredited high-profile case, he argued that Goldberg's claims appeared more focused on public perception than proving actual wrongdoing. Gutfeld also questioned her efforts to relate to everyday challenges, considering her established status in the entertainment world. From his perspective, it reflected how some well-known figures attempt to present themselves as everyday voices while maintaining powerful platforms that can impact small businesses. He viewed the situation as part of a broader discussion about influence, responsibility, and public accountability.
Look, there's no requirement that you identify the name of the bakery explicitly. If you Google Charlotte Russe, there is only one bakery in New York that carries this particular cupcake. And they wanted to pre-order it. She said, it wasn't my gender, it was my politics. How the hell do you know that? They can prove that the oven wasn't working. But the next day it was working, so they were able to sell the cupcakes. So it was a false statement. It was made publicly, and they can sue for damages because it was.
Judge Jeanine Pirro addressed the controversy, cautioning that Whoopi Goldberg's recent claims could carry serious legal consequences. Pirro noted that the Staten Island bakery involved may have grounds for a defamation case, especially given the financial and reputational damage caused by Goldberg's public remarks. Defamation law clearly protects private citizens, like the bakery owners, from false claims that harm their business. Pirro pointed out that Goldberg's statements, shared with a nationwide audience, risked turning a family-run bakery into a national target without verified proof. According to Pirro, this situation could lead to a major lawsuit and potentially set a precedent for how public figures use their platforms. What started as a cupcake dispute now reflects a much larger issue: the tension between high-profile influence and the lived experiences of small business owners. Goldberg's words sparked a broader discussion about how fame can shake the narrative, even when the facts are unclear. At its core, this moment reveals growing public concern about how power is used in public discourse. For many, the bakery's response became a symbol of local strength pushing back against celebrity narratives. Communities are no longer staying quiet when their neighbors are placed under pressure by those with louder voices. What's your take on this debate? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching. In today's video, we dive into the trending controversy known as Cupcake Gate. The View host Whoopi Goldberg recently claimed that a small bakery in Rhode Island denied her service over her political views. What began as a simple cupcake order has now erupted into a cultural and legal storm, with the bakery owners pushing back against what they say are false and damaging accusations. So is this a case of cancel culture going overboard, or just a misunderstanding that got way out of hand? Let's